All right, so we are going to start on our backs today. Let's come on to, if you have the blanket, those of you that have taken class with me a lot know that one of my favorite ways to start is to utilize the blanket rolled up. So you can find your way into that position with a blanket or a towel. If you have blocks and you want to do the block variation here, we're going for opening of the thoracic spine, so that space underneath the shoulder blades. You can place the blanket here. I'll show you both variations. You can place the blanket here, about 3/4 of the way up the mat. Lean the shoulder blades back so that you can anchor the tips down to the top and then scoop the elbows forward and up. And that just helps to flatten the back down. And then come back up and over. And for me, when I land here, my arms are kind of out to the side. I like this with soles of the feet on the earth because it feels good into my low back, but some of you might be able to extend into reclined restorative fish pose. Or you might even want to bring the legs, soles of the feet together, knees wide, and scooped up. If you want a little bit more opening across the space of the chest, some people find that using the blocks really gets into the scapula a little bit more. And so same basic principle applies. This is for underneath the shoulders, and then this one here is for the head. Medium setting is probably what you'll go for. Again, kickstand the shoulder blades onto the blocks, scoop them forward and up, and then lay the head down and let the body come to rest. And we'll go ahead and just take a moment to drink in with the eyes open, the space around you, your ceiling, the light in your room, right, the temperature. And then start to drop that awareness closer and closer to the physical body. Maybe as you're coming closer to the physical body with the awareness, the eyes close. And just come to rest the awareness on the very exterior layer that you can sense in your body. So that might just be womb right to the skin. You might feel a little bit of like that tingling energy for some of us, especially if you've been moving around a lot in the morning and you lay down, feeling for some of that tingling through the palms, through the arms. And just go ahead and take a scan of the tissues, starting from the top of the head and working your way all the way down super slowly through the body, taking about the next 5 to 7 rounds of breath to do that scan. And then once you make your way all the way down to the toes, go ahead and just find your way back up. Good. We'll bring the awareness all the way back up to the skin, right at the crown of the head. And then if the hands aren't already and it feels somewhat comfortable, turn the backs of the palms down onto the earth. And we're going to give a gentle press there, the backs of the palms onto the earth. And I just want you to bring the awareness of the breath into the space of the heart and the belly. Notice how the body receives the inhale. So notice specifically what happens in your tissues as your body breathes into the space. And then on an exhale, again, notice the effects of the exhale. See if you can just take your breath, isolate it into that dichotomy of inhale and exhale for the next couple rounds of breath and get as curious and aware of the way that your body today is responding and receiving the inhales and the exhales. Take just a couple more rounds of breath from there. If you'd like a different arm variation here, you can reach the arms up overhead. So you're still, the block of the bolster is still here on the back side of the body. Reach the arms up overhead, grab for opposite elbows. You might even here, instead of this, if this is too hard in the shoulders, you can interlace the hands around the back of the skull and just lean the head back. So you're transferring the stretch that was here mostly across the pecs, the frontal thoracic space of the rib cage into the shoulders. And again, just breathing. If you have your hands interlaced here on the skull, you might rock it side to side, just getting a little bit of a massage. You can even actually massage with your fingers and your thumbs right there at the base of the skull. Just giving your head some loving. Good. And then really gently make your way onto your side body just so you can scoot all of those props off to the side. And then come right back down onto your backs and just make your body into whatever shape it wants to be right now. It might be more like Shavasana. You might be wide-legged Shavasana, more like a starfish. You might have the soles of the feet wide to the outside edges of the mat, knees together, or Supta. It doesn't really matter. I want you to take that shape and then just see if you can send the next several rounds of breath in to the back space of the ribs here, the back of the heart that was just lifted up. Now we're filling it back up with your breath, letting it expand wide. So again, just all of this breath focusing on expanding the back of the rib cage. Maybe even letting some of that breath expand down the spine, expanding the back of the side bodies here. And then on an inhale, let the arms become part of this expansion. So reach the fingertips out. You might be in a T shape. It might feel nice to bend the elbows. So you're in more of a goal shape or a cactus shape. And just let the breath here continue like you were spreading wings. So feeling the breath move to the back center spine of the body, out past the scapula, out the arms. And on an exhale, with the arms wide, getting a gentle press of the backs of the palms and the backs of the forearms onto the earth. So you're getting a nice stretch in the front of the body. If your knees aren't already bent up in towards the ceiling, go ahead and do that. We're just going to heel toe the feet so that they're hip distance apart, or if it's comfortable, you can bring the ankles together, but otherwise just hip distance apart. Bring the right knee in towards the chest and extend the right sole of the foot towards the ceiling. We're just gonna take some ankle rolls. Nice little ankle lovin', moving in circles one direction, and then moving in circles the opposite direction. Good. And then flex through the sole of the foot and just almost like you were making a smiley face towards the ceiling. Bring the right toenail closer to the shin and then fan it the other direction. Bring the pinky toe closer to the shin. So you're just in and out. It's kind of the side-to-side movement, but because of the ankle joint, it might end up looking like an upside-down smiley face. Good. Couple more of those, and then a couple big circles just to stretch that out. Bring the knee in towards the chest, and then the sole of the foot back down onto the earth. Inhale, left knee comes in. Exhale, extend the left leg long and flex through the foot. Circles. One direction here, 4 or 5. These could be nice and slow. And then opposite direction. Working through the tissues of the ankle. I don't know about your guys', but my ankle's popping right now. It sounds like Rice Krispie treats. Flex through the sole of the foot, bring the toes down towards the face, and then we're doing that little half smiley face. So it's like you're waving the sole of the foot towards the ceiling. Really articulating. You'll start to feel this in the outside of the calf and the shin. And then a couple big circles here just to work that out. Nice. Bring the knee back into the chest. Lower the foot down towards the earth, hands to the backs of the thighs, and just slide the knees up and in, hands to the tops of the knees, hug them in, rocking side to side here. The knees can come wide if that feels better for you. Nice. And then we'll pause, bring the knees over the hips, arms are straight, and the knees are caught by the palms here. We're just gonna take opposite circles, so circles in opposite directions with the knees. And this can be mapped with your breath, or it can just be really nice and slow. Just focusing on starting to stir the fluid here in the hips, move the other direction. A couple times, good. And then bring the knees back over the hips, shins up to parallel, arms out to the sides. And we're gonna do that same exact movement, but one leg at a time. And before we do that, I want you to really focus on engaging the core. So maybe for the next couple exhales, focus on bringing the belly button down towards the back of the spine, cinching in through the side ribs, right? So you're feeling that engagement of the core. And then really gently, we'll start with the left leg first. Just take some, these easy circles And notice how slow you have to go to keep the rest of the body still, right? So it's really hard to take these circles without moving the right leg at all. Notice how much you have to engage the core. And notice if you're holding your breath. So sometimes these simple movements, we have to concentrate so hard on them, and we hold our breath. So see if you can keep your breath fluid and soft. Go the other direction with those circles. Good. And then bring the knees back together, move right into the other side. So the right knee circles. These can be as big or as little as you'd like. I just want you to focus on making the full rotation of the knee and the thigh without moving the rest of the body. So you're really isolating here. Move the other direction. You might be starting to feel this now a little bit more in the core, even though it's simple. Anything simple for a long amount of time you'll start to feel. And bring the knees back together, hands to the knees with the shins. Exhale, hug them in. Really soften through the belly. Maybe even lift the back space of the body up off the earth a little bit just to get a nice stretch there. Okay. And then we'll either rock off to the side and come around the tabletop or forward to back roll. If you're in forward to back roll, you can take this a couple times. And then cross at the ankles and come right away into cat-cow. I'm going to take a couple cat-cows here, traditional ones. So dropping the belly, scooping the heart forward on a breath in. Exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the spine up towards the ceiling. And then after you've taken a couple here, notice that the breath might want to move into the side body. So maybe you take this into barrel rolls, little circles. Maybe you take it in C-curve, side to side. Just let your breath move through the body in these cat-cow variations, however you might be needing it this morning. Don't be afraid, maybe you move forward to back and get this a little into the shoulders and the hips even. Nice, okay, and then we're gonna pause here in tabletops. Hands under the shoulders, knees hip distance apart. Let's tuck the toes and give a gentle press back through the soles of the feet so you feel engaged through the legs, almost like you could hover the knees off the mat. We're gonna draw the left toes back onto the earth, square the left hip down, and then kick back with the left sole of the foot as you lift it to hip height. No higher than hip height. Hip height's the highest, you can stay lower if you'd like. Bend at the knee, keep the left hip squaring down, and then just do gentle pulses. Lifting the knee, pressing the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. Maybe even taking this right hand to the belly, to the front ribs, and feeling that that's engaged and that you're not dumping there. Otherwise, you'll start to feel this in your low back. Okay, take a couple more. Notice the back of the neck is long. And then extend the leg back and lower it back into tabletop. Inhale, extend the right toes back. Square the right hip down. Lift the leg. Feel that length back through the right sole of the foot. Strong through your core here. And then keep the thigh exactly where it is. Just bend the knee and move into these gentle pulses. So if you're feeling this in your low back at all, either zip up here through the low belly or just lower the leg. Right? This can be lower to the earth, doesn't need to be parallel. Just turning on the glutes, turning on the hamstring. Good. One more, and then extend the leg back and lower it down. Good. From here, press down through the hands, tuck the toes, come to hover the knees off the earth, engage the belly button towards the spine. Relax the neck, shake the head side to side, relax the gaze. Deep breath in, and then on an exhale, press back. Keep the knees actively bent. So we're coming into a bent leg down dog. Straighten through the right leg, keep the left knee bent. Then bend both knees. Straighten through the left leg, keep the right knee bent. Then bend both knees. And then shift the shoulders, keep the knees bent. Shift the shoulders back over the wrists. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower the knees to the outside edges of the mat. Big toes touch. Go ahead and sit back in your child's. First child's of the day. For me, I really like moving my torso side to side here. So I bring my belly to kiss the left thigh, and I bring it over to kiss the right thigh. Kind of let this be a little bit of a massage for my hip flexors and also a side body opener. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come back up to tabletop. Tuck the toes, press down, bring the knees back under the hips, keep the toes tucked. Inhale, draw the left toes back and lift the leg. Coming back into bird dog again. Square the left hip down, zip up through the belly and the front ribs. And then we're gonna turn this leg out, bend the knee, and bring it as far around to the left shoulder as you can. Good. Then press it back, square the left hip down as you extend the leg. Turn the toes out, bend the knee around to the shoulder. Good. Extend it back, square the hip down, turn the foot down. One more time, go ahead, turn it out. Bring it back around. Good, extend it back. Turn the hip down. Now lower the left toes down towards the earth. Press back through that left heel. Press down through the hands and float the right leg back. Options to keep this left knee lifted. If you'd like, you can lower it down. And we're just gonna bring this right knee to hover right underneath the hip. Gonna shake it out and let it be loose. And then take little circles. 3 to the right. And then 3 to the left. Good. And then let it hang back underneath the belly. Press back through the right sole of the foot. Get long, take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower to plank and tabletop. Inhale, draw the right toes back. And then lift the foot. Again, get long, kick back through that right sole of the foot, length through the top of the head. Turn out through the right toes, bend the knee, bring it around to the right shoulder. Then inhale, extend it back. Exhale, around. Inhale, really fill up the air here. As you're bringing the knee around to the shoulder, squeeze all the air out. Inhale, extend it back. That was the last one. Exhale, lower the right toes down, press, get strong through the arms, float the left leg back. Nice. Then bring the knee to hang underneath the hip. Kind of jiggle it around a little bit so you feel it loose. And then circles. 3, one direction. And 3, the opposite direction. Noticing what's happening with the breath. Notice where your body's taking the tension unnecessarily. Good. And then extend, press back through the left sole of the foot. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower, lower knees. And sit back to child's. Any variation here at child that feels nice to you. You might want to, after you've been on the wrists that long, you can cross the hands here in front. You can also just lift the gaze and take some wrist circles here. And then we'll come back into tabletop, and in your own time, press back into down dog. So a couple of rounds here, more than a couple. Let's take the next 5 to 7 rounds of breath. Just to pedal through the feet in your down dog, to rock it side to side, get into the hips. You might come forward and back into plank a couple times, just to feel into the shoulders, right? Feeling for the edges of your down dog in your practice today, right? So this is the first one that we're coming into. So being kind to yourself if it's not feeling right away like the full expression that you're used to. You'll probably get there later in class if it's not right now. So we'll, from down dog, go ahead and inhale, rise up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees a lot, gaze towards the front of the mat. Step forward, feet hip distance apart. Take the hands to the shins. As you straighten the legs, breathe the heart forward. And then bend the knees round the spine and let the backs of the hands come down towards the earth. Take a couple bounces here with the hips. Good. Then come to stillness. We'll do that one more time. Press the hands to the shins, straighten through the legs, scoop the heart forward. And then bend the knees, catch the belly on the thighs, round the heart up and over. And take some gentle bounces. Good. And then press to stillness, down through the feet, come all the way up, rolling the spine up, one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders up and back. Bring the elbows up. Big stretch through your front body here. And then inhale, lift the thumbs. Come all the way up, pressing down through the soles of the feet, lifting up through the front of the thighs. Drop the tailbone here, not a touch, just a drop so you feel that opening and spaciousness in the low back. And then like someone had hands here around the back of your heart, lift the heart space up, lift up through the back of the skull, reach through the fingertips. One more deep breath in. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands fall down and out to the sides. And then we'll just take the easy sun A. Last bit of warm up here. Breath in, lift the eyes, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, stepping it back to plank, knees lifted or off the floor, your choice. And then also your choice from here, either lowering through baby cobra or lowering through up dog, elbows into the sides. Moving into your choice here. And then we'll meet back in down dog. Get a deep inhale. Exhale it out. On an inhale, lift through the right leg. And we're gonna shift the shoulders over the wrists as you bring the right knee towards the right elbow. Then kiss it to the left elbow. Then send it back and up to three-legged down dog. 2 more times. Rock the shoulders over the wrist, bring the knee to the elbow. Swing it to the left side. Inhale, press and squeeze that right leg back up into three-legged down dog. 1 more time. Exhale, rock the shoulders forward, right knee to right elbow. Controlled over to the left side. Inhale, send it back and up. And then exhale, step the right foot towards the right hand. And come down onto your knees. So you can always pad your back knee here if you need a little bit of extra cushioning. We're gonna take the right hand to the front of the right thigh, shift the hips back, and then the left fingertips come up here. On an exhale, reach up and over, coming into the side bend. Relax the shoulder down the back. Feel this arm move into the back space of the body, opening the heart forward. Good. On an inhale, come back up. We're going to take both hands down to the inside of the right foot and then come around to the side of the mat. So the left heel underneath you, straighten through the right foot. And the left hand comes to the back of the mat. Reach the right arm up. And then press through that outside edge of this right foot as you arc the right arm towards the back of the mat. And there's a drawing up here of the left side body, so you're getting stretch into the right here. Good. On an inhale, bring the right hand down. We're just gonna walk back around to the front of the mat, bending through this front knee, tucking the back toe, and breathing the right arm up. Turn the pinky finger towards the face, feel that upper arm bone wrap out and away. Maybe lean the heart and the head back a little bit here. Maybe stay here with the back toe onto the earth, back knee on the earth, or tuck the back toes, press through the feet, and float the left knee up. Good. 1 more breath in, then exhale, frame the front foot. We'll tuck and lift the back knee if it's not already. Inhale, sweep the right leg back and high. Exhale, down dog. Stay here or move forward through a flow, right? Any variations here, you can always take out any of those postures of the flow, just noticing how you can be kind to your body, nourishing it through each of these postures intentionally. So not moving through the flow just because you think it's what you should do. And we'll meet back in down dog. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale it out. On an inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, shift the shoulders over the wrists and bring the left knee to the left elbow. Squeeze it over to the right elbow and then send it back and up. 2 more times. Exhale, shift it forward. Swing it over. Inhale, press it back and up. Last time, exhale, forward, bring it over, inhale, press it back and up, and then stepping up forward, finding your way into a low lunge here, lowering the back knee down, and bringing the hands up. The left hand comes to the top of the thigh, press the hips back here, so that the right hip's over the right knee, right arm reaches high, and the point of this hand onto the thigh is to press, get the lengthening traction through the spine. Then you side bend into that lift. Rather than crunching here, it's a lift up and over. So you're getting this really beautiful stretch in the right side body, maybe even down into the right thigh. Good. Inhale, come all the way back up. Bring the hands down to the inside of the left foot. We're spinning the right heel under. Straightening through the left leg. Press the left outside edge of the foot down. Inhale, the left arm's gonna come up. And exhale, over into the side bend. Really feel for that long line from the left outside edge of the foot through the left fingertips. And notice when you press down through the right hand, down to the knee, and draw this right side body up and in, you can encourage more stretch and length into that left side body. Take one more breath in. Exhale, bring the hands down. Go ahead and bend your way back around to the front of the mat. Right hand comes down. Inhale, left arm opens. Squeezes up towards that lifted arm. Notice the pinky finger dialing towards the face. Feel that relaxation in the neck. Maybe lean the space of the heart back if you want to take this more into a heart opener. Other option, tuck the back toe, lift the knee. Coming up into a full lunge. Good, take one more breath in. Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale, sweep that left leg back and high. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, rise up onto the toes. Soften the knees and travel towards the front of the mat. Okay, feet are hip distance apart here. Hands to shins, breathe the heart forward, flat back. Exhale, we're just gonna stay for a moment, lifting up through the toes, feeling through the bony structure of the feet. Send the tailbone back, lift up through the belly and the heart, and then scoop the heart forward as you press the fingertips towards the shins. Take one more breath. Then exhale, bend the knees a lot. Round the belly, the heart, the neck, the head over. And grab for opposite elbows here. With the belly on the thighs, it's a great tactile teacher here. As you're inhaling, you should feel that skin of the belly stretching on the thighs. Exhale, feel more of this upper body wrapping over the front of the knees. We'll go ahead and release the arms down, either rolling up for one vertebrae at a time, or you can reverse swan dive. Come all the way up. Good. Reach the arms high. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Take a deep breath in here. Lift the heart towards the thumbs. Exhale, sit low into chair. Good. If the feet are hip distance apart, go ahead and step them so that the big toes are together. Heels are about the golf ball or fist size apart. And sit the hips low. Now we're going to move into a twist to the right. If you have low back stuff going on today, maybe just stay high in this twist. Roll the right shoulder back, bring the left side body around. Notice that the knees are glued together. So always a beautiful option to stay high here. If you'd like, we can sit a little lower. You can take the left elbow down to the right thigh, or move fully into the twist. The left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee or right thigh. If this is you, send the sit bones back. Scoop the heart and the left side body forward, roll the right shoulder back. Staying here in twisted prayer. Good. Then gaze comes down towards the feet, wherever you are. Go ahead and slowly start to squeeze the knees together. Maybe come to rest on the left big toes, pointed back behind you. Or maybe squeeze that left heel all the way up in towards the sit bone. Scoop the right hip into the midline. Lift the heart forward. Take a deep breath in. On an exhale, slowly touch the toes back. Good. Then inhale, bring the knees back together. Pull the belly button up and in. Exhale, squeeze it back. Inhale, knees together. Pull the belly button up and in. Last one, exhale, knees come back. Good. Inhale, belly button up and in as you squeeze the knees. And this time, lowering the foot back, giving it weight into the big toe mound. Good. And from here, bring the torso up. Hands are still in prayer, but we're in a twist. Left shoulders forward. Right thigh bone drawing back, press through the feet, get a little higher through the hips here, and then heel the arms open into this revolved high lunge. Good. Take a deep breath in, feel the left fingertips sliding forward. I know you're starting to feel this into the right hip. We have one last little bit of activity here. Rock the weight forward. We're going to stand on this right knee. The left knee is going to come into the chest. Sorry, so coming to the right foot, not your knee. Bring the left knee to the chest and circle the arms. So now the right fingertips are reaching forward, left fingertips are back. Left knee's up and in, ankle is flexed. Good. Then drop the left fingertips, reach the right. Slowly land the foot back into that lunge and twist. We've got 2 more times maybe. You can always bail from this. Inhale, pressing through the foot, length through the top of the head here, twist. And then slowly controlling it as you land the foot back. Good, 1 more. As you're coming to stand on this right leg, press and bring that strength all the way up the torso through the top of the head. Roll the right shoulder forward. Nice. And then take it back. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale, sweep the right leg back and high. 3-legged down dog. Nice. From here, walk the hands, keep the right leg lifted. Walk the hands towards the back of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, we're coming up to stand on this left leg, bringing the right knee into the chest with you. So you might want to soften through the standing leg to get a little bit of balance. Coming up, coming up, coming up. Bring the right knee into the chest, hands come to heart center. Flex through this right ankle, turn out through the right hip, bend the left knee, and come into figure 4. So you can stay here, straight in figure 4, or it's probably gonna feel nice after that standing series is to sit the hips back. Really flex this right ankle to protect the knee. You might even take the right hand down here, that's helpful. You can also sit down even lower and bring the elbows to the inside of the right knee and the right ankle. Setting your gaze, your drishti in front of you. Slowing the breath. If you've moved on for any variations from here, go ahead and start to come back up. We'll all meet with the hands to heart center, right knee drawing up into the chest. Exhale, draw this knee up. Inhale, try to keep the knee lifted as you reach the right foot forward, arms reach high. Exhale, big step to the center of the mat. Arms come back, flex through the left foot, draw the front body up and in, and slowly lower into Tadasana. This left hip is squaring. You don't have to come all the way down parallel towards the earth. Important here is to feel that Tadasana, standing alignment from the top of the head back through the left sole of the foot. To find a spot that's sustainable to you, always an option here to take that bend in the front knee. Deep breath in, and then exhale, we're lowering to standing splits. This might be a spot where you grab your blocks. I'll grab one to show you. And just bring the earth up to you a little bit. So maybe you're here. Maybe you're a little lower on your blocks. Maybe you don't need them at all. Keeping the left leg lifted. On an inhale, come up onto your fingertips, either on your blocks or on the earth. Exhale, bend both knees. Tap the left knee to the back of the right calf. Draw the chin towards the chest. Round into a tight ball here. Stay. Send the breath into the back space of the body. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale all the way out. Press down through your hands, down through the right foot, and on an inhale, extend the left leg back up, straightening through both legs, bringing the heart forward. Then drop this left foot behind the right. The toes will probably come to that outside edge of the mat. Scoop the heart forward. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you want to come down a little bit lower. Maybe all the way into a forward fold. One more breath. And then when you catch the next inhale, coming back up onto the fingertips, lifting the left leg high. Exhale, bend through this left knee. Land the right toes back and scoot the blocks out of the way if they're still there. We're going to take the left hand forward, turn the right toes out, come onto the left outside edge of the mat, lift the hips, and reach the right fingertips up. Modified Vashisthasana, options to stay just here, or if you want a little more to play, press down through the foundation, and then try to hover the right foot off the earth, maybe just an inch. Deep breath in, exhale, land the foot down. If it was lifted, we're all going to step that right foot back to full Vashisthasana. Feet can be stacked or staggered. Deep breath in, exhale, square back off into plank. Take a deep breath, your choice. We've got about 7 rounds of breath here for in-between flow. You might want to move forward through a Vinyasa flow. You might want to flow it on back to child's. Get a little bit of slinkiness through the low back, soften, whatever you need in your body. Really drawing nourishment in through the inhales, focusing on just allowing the exhales to peel out anything that's not of use anymore inside the body. And then we'll all meet back in down dog. Deep breath in and down dog, rise up onto the toes. Soften the knees, travel towards the front of the mat. Inhale, take a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive or rolling up, coming all the way to the top of the mat. Hands down through heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, allow the arms to drop at the sides of the body and just take a moment here of pause. You know what's coming next now that we've gone through the whole first side. Before you let your brain start wrapping around the opposite side of the flow, just take a second here, same as we did at the beginning of the class, to scan down through the tissues. Maybe letting some gentle movement come in. To notice what's going on with the breath. Never being afraid to take these moments of pause, even in the middle of a flow, so that you can check in with what's going on with you, so that you can be a better service to yourself. Gently, we'll go ahead and bring the hands to heart center when you're ready. Taking a deep breath in, feel the heart lift up towards the thumbs. Exhale, sit low. Good. Inhale, bring the hands up to chair. And then down to heart center. Again, if the feet were hip distance apart, maybe you step them together, big toes to touch, heels somewhat apart. Sit the hips back, length through the spine here. And the initiation of the twist is the right side body drawing forward, the left heart space drawing back. Options to stay high or sit a little lower. You might sit all the way down so that this right elbow is on top of the left thigh. Hands come to heart center. And you're going to want to press the elbow into the top or the outside of the thigh to scoop the heart around. Tailbone draws back, right side body elongates forward. Knees are glued together. Doesn't matter how many years you practice, that knee scooting around in this position is always a thing, I think. We'll go ahead and take the gaze, shift it down towards the earth, and then scooping the right toes back. So you might just come to rest the toenails onto the earth. You might press through the left foot, draw the right heel up and in. Good. Taking a deep breath in, elongate the heart forward. Exhale out. Inhale, extend the right toes back. Exhale, tap them in. Inhale, draw them back. Exhale, tap them in. One more time, inhale, draw them back. Exhale, squeeze the knees in, draw the belly button up and in, and then tap the right toes back, shift the weight so you're even between the feet. Good, press through the feet, lift the hips, draw the left thigh bone back, bring the torso up, and this right shoulder is still around into the position. Open up the arms. With the arms open, you might feel like you can glide the right shoulder forward, the left shoulder back. Relax through the neck. We're coming up to standing on this left leg next, so start to transition the weight forward. The right arm lifts, brings the knee with it. Left arm scoops forward, flex through the right sole of the foot. And then keep this rotation of the arms as you extend the right sole of the foot back, coming into your lunge. 2 more times. If you have it, always an option just to stay where you are and breathe. Right, modifying in any particular way that you'd like. You can also bend through this back knee here if that feels better to come lower. Finishing this out. Exhale, take it back. Good. Inhale, we're done. Reach both arms high. Exhale, frame the front foot. Nice. Inhale, sweep this left leg back and high. Keep it lifted and walk the hands back. Coming all the way to the back of the mat. Nice. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold here. Good. And then we're coming to standing. So maybe softening through this right knee. The left knee is going to come up into the chest. The hands will come to heart center. Flex through the foot. Turn out through the left thigh, flexing that left ankle. Bend the right knee, figure four. And so we're dropping this left hip back. Don't crank it too much. Just dropping it back. Maybe you want to start to sit a little lower. Get some relief in the left side of the glutes, the left glute med. Maybe you come all the way down with the elbows to the inside of the knees and the ankle. Setting your drishti somewhere safe and clear where your eyes can relax and you can turn your attention to the breath. Try to make a big, spacious inhales and exhales, smoothing through the posture. If you've moved on from where I am right now, go ahead and come back up to here, and then we'll all start to unwind, bringing the hands back up into heart center, knee in towards the chest. Exhale, hug the knee up a little more. Inhale, lengthen the top of the head and fingertips reach high as the left sole of the foot extends forward. Big step, center of the mat, arms airplane back, Digasana. Again, you might come here for Digasana. You're just wanting to think about the right sole of the foot kicking back, top of the head forward, and feel that integrity, that strength of alignment from the top of the head through the right sole of the foot. Once you have that, it's easier to come down a little bit further with the chest and lift the right leg up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, standing splits is next. If you liked using those with your blocks last time, go ahead and grab those. Lifting the right heel high. Good. Taking a deep breath in. On an exhale, bend both knees. Tap the right knee to the back of the left calf. Draw the belly button up and in, and tuck the chin to the chest. Stay here. Just this nice isometric squeeze here. And then all the way out with the breath. On the next inhale, press through the right foot and the hands. Extend the right leg back up and high. Scoop the heart forward. Exhale, drop the right foot behind the left, coming onto the big toe mounts. Maybe come up on the fingertips here. Maybe you want to come a little lower. Maybe it's all the way into forward fold. Start to collect yourself back up onto the fingertips. Feeling the heart lift. Good. Inhale, reach the right leg high. And exhale, bend through the left knee, land the right toes down onto the mat. Scooch the blocks out of the way. The right hand's gonna come forward. Turn the feet to the left side of the mat, and this right shoulder comes right over the wrist. Press through all of your foundation. Feel that right side body lift up, and then peel the left fingertips towards the ceiling. Options to stay here. If you want to play with that float again, you can. And then lowering the foot down, we'll all step it back into full Vashisthasana. Curling the feet back towards you if you're here and stacked, otherwise just staggering the feet. Deep breath in, exhale, come back to plank. Take a breath in, notice what you might need from here, and then take the next 7 rounds of breath or so to gift that to your body. Maybe it's child's, maybe it's Anahatasana, maybe it's a flow. Maybe it's a water break. Nice. And then from here, if you're not already back in down dog, go ahead and shift your weight back into down dog. Deep breath in, rising up onto the toes. On an exhale, lower the knees down towards the earth. Good. Take the hands, walk them back, toes are tucked. Coming back to sit onto the heels. This is feeling like a lot in your knees. I went through a period of having kind of funky knees. It's really helpful to sit up onto a blanket or a block. You can just get a little bit higher. It takes some of the compression out of the knee space. And this feels lovely even if you don't have any things going on. So just something fun to try sometimes. We'll take the hands either down towards the thighs or back to the palms onto the thighs. Each gesture representing a different intention. So palms down, which is grounding, assurance, strength. Palms up is more of a gesture of both being open to receiving as well as being open to gifting out. Eyes are closed if they're not already, just finding some cooling here through the breath. And then options to stay here, just focusing on the easy inhales and exhales, or if you'd like, we're going to move into Nadi Shodhanan, alternate nostril breathing, and I'll turn to face you guys. Many of you know this practice already. If this is your first time or you just like the refresher, you'll take your right hand, pointer and middle finger come together, ring finger and pinky finger come together, and the thumb comes out. I like to bring my pointer and my middle finger here to the middle of my forehead or my third eye. Some people like to tuck those fingers in, and this is called alternate nostril breathing, so Nadi Shodhanan. So either tuck it in or place the fingers right here to the third eye. Take a deep breath in, not keeping through both nostrils open. Then exhale all the air out, coming all the way to empty. Once you feel empty, plug the right nostril with the right thumb. Inhale, breath in through the left side body. At the top, open up the right nostril, plug the left, and exhale all the air out the right side. On an inhale, stay with the hand as they are. Breathe in through the right side. Top of the breath, switch, open the left, plug the right, exhale out. Keep the hand as it is, breathe in the left. Exhale out the right. Inhale right. Exhale left. We're going to continue for several more rounds. If this is getting intense in your feet, you can always rock forward and take the tops of the feet down onto the earth, sitting back onto the heels. As you're moving through this breath practice, some people like to visualize the breath moving up one space of the body, kind of passing over the center and moving down the other. Some people like to keep their awareness, their kind of mind's eye focused right towards that sixth chakra, space between the eyebrows. Just feels nice as an anchor point. But choose, maybe just play with one. Doesn't feel right, you can play with another. Go ahead and finish up this last round, left and right. So you'll end with breathing out the left nostril. And once you're done, you can go ahead and just bring the hands back down, palms stacking to palms, so kind of forming this cup space. Bringing the hands right to the base of the belly. And if you're not already Untuck with the toes. Just go ahead and shift the hips forward, bring the tops of the feet towards the earth, and just sit back and breathe. Noticing the effect of the pranayama. Perhaps for some of us, it's a pretty noticeable difference right away. For others, it might be subtle, it might be a slight temperature shift, perhaps more openness in one space of the body or one nostril or the other. Perhaps the texture of the breath is different. We'll go ahead and just glide the hands back out down towards the thighs, letting them come to the fronts of the knees. Just tuck the chin towards the chest, arch the back, and then press the hands against the front of the shins, glide them back up, roll the shoulders back with the chin. And then a nice big juicy circle here with the shoulders and the chin, moving from side to side. And then glide the hands forward. Come just into tabletop so that you can free up the ankles to cross. And then sit on back. We're going to do restorative bridge at the end of class today. You can do that with a block if you have one. I don't recommend if you're on the soup can train of sticking a soup can underneath your sacrum. It'll probably be pretty pinchy. A rolled up blanket or a towel or a pillow works really well as well. I'm going to use the blanket for me today. And just come down onto your backs. Arms are down at the side bodies. Press the palms down. Soles of the feet are hip distance apart. Knees are hip distance apart. Just press up through the hips, enough that you can glide whatever that prop is underneath the sacrum, the base of the spine. You might pick the shoulders up here and scoot them back. And then the arms come out to the sides. Palms face up. Just notice where you can soften. Your body worked so hard through the standing pose, all the way from your soles of your feet, finding that pressing down, even reaching out to the top of the head and every cell and fiber of you in the in-between. Now we're just practicing turning down the dial. So you don't have to fully relax right away. But see if you can just lovingly start to let the body know that now is the time to rest. You're sending that message into every corner of your physical body, with the breath and the mind joined together, right? It's a team effort. How fully can you just allow yourself to unbecome here? To just melt and soften. Option to stay right here and just continue with that practice of melting layer by layer. If you'd like a little bit more in this inversion, a really nice variation from here is just to bring the knees in towards the chest and then extend the legs up towards the ceiling. You might not feel like straightening the legs the whole way, so that energetically, that sort of vitality up through the legs at this particular moment might feel a little disjointed to you. If so, just soften the knees. Keep the soles of the feet and the ankles really soft, the toes soft. And you can stay here as well, or if you have any other postures that you'd like to take before we come into Shavasana, go ahead and find your way into those, but be gentle with the transitions. Allow the end of the practice to just be luxurious in every last breath and every last moment that we're together today.
If the legs are up in restorative shoulder stand, just go ahead and bring the knees back into the chest. You're off on your own postures. Keep doing your thing with an eye towards Shavasana coming up next. Knees to chest will just extend back down into this bridge posture. And then if we're in bridge, press down through the soles of the feet. Lift the hips just slightly and glide that blanket out to the side. You might let the knees windshield wiper side to side here if that feels really good. And then finding your way into your final resting posture for today. So you guys that have been in my class for a while know that I don't know if this is against the rules, but I'd like to think not. That final resting posture is just a posture where it feels like an embodiment of the practice, where you feel soft but grounded, clear and open, where you can let the breath move freely through the body. You're not having to think too much about the way that you're setting yourself up here. So really just starting to feel almost like the mental awareness as well kind of drops to the back of the skull and just softens. You'll feel this lightness and softness come into the front space of the forehead. Letting the breath start to settle as well. Feeling like the whole front space of the body, the tissues were kind of just porous. You could breathe and receive nourishment from the environment around you, not just through the breath, but maybe just through the tissues. They're that soft and open. This final resting posture is feeling like just the thing that you need right now and you're not ready to move on. Please stay. Please gift yourself this space to just rest. Be in the presence of relaxation and grounding. And let this imprint in your mind and your body as deeply as you need. You're ready to take some gentle movement. Might take that slowly through the fingers or the ankles. Sometimes a big body stretch feels nice. And in your own time, in your own way, we'll just make our way on up to seated, but take a beat here, roll to the side. Feel the body soften again and ground again along the way. And then you can use the hands to start to press yourself up to seated. Keeping the eyes closed as you find yourself into an easy seat. Maybe that means grabbing the blanket or the block and sitting on up. Grounding through your sit bones. Lengthening through the spine. And we'll bring the hands to heart center, gently pressing left to right, letting the thumbs anchor down to the sternum. Deep inhale. And on the exhale, just flooding this moment with gratitude for all of the things that conspired to allow you to practice today. And if your mind went externally right away, don't forget to come internally for a moment and thank yourself. And if you're internal, don't forget to look outside.
And we'll bring the thumbs up to the third eye, lifting the chin slightly in acknowledgement of this space, this practice, this community, for all of the things that brought us together today and for the lessons the yoga practice gave us. We'll seal forward, sending the gifts of this practice out into the world where they're needed. Thanks so much for coming today, you guys. Namaste. So appreciate you all. I'm gonna unmute you.
Namaste, Sarah. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Let me unmute you guys. All right, team. So appreciate you. If anybody has any questions and or requests for Thursday's class, and then I think you guys all got the email. I'm also doing at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And all these classes are going to be recorded. So if you can't show up for whatever reason, although I think there's something to showing up and just doing the practice. I don't know how you guys are, but I'm like, oh, recording, I'll get to it. And then it just falls into the ethers. But if you need the links to any of these practices, or you know somebody who might benefit from a practice and you want to forward the link to them, just drop me a note and I can get that to you. Okay?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Be well, you guys. Drink water. I'll see your sunny faces soon. Bye.
Bye.